welcome back. Episode 19 on the Citi Golf. We're going to start this one a little bit different. Normally we end the video on the blackboard, but this one we're going to start on the blackboard. Reason being, I feel that the blackboard needs a complete redo. Like most of these things you saw in the previous episode, we've gotten so much ticked off. We are running out of space. This part of the build is time consuming, but it's not something you can make one episode on at a time, unless obviously I give you a full in-depth of each thing that I need to do. Most of the tasks left are small, time-consuming tasks. It's not very exciting, but it needs to be done for the exciting part to happen. So going forward, I'm going to try to squeeze in as much as I can in one video, because I also do want to get it done. My deadline for the 24th of February for the welding is a couple of days away. So yeah, on this episode, we're going to start off here. We have a new list, a continuation of the old list. A lot of the things was ticked off on the old list. I didn't put things like bleed the clutch. I did bleed the clutch, I'll show you shortly. But let's get on to the new list. So I'll show you after this. We need to reinstall a sump, because you'll see the reason. I need to get gearbox. I need to get a speed sensor. I need to sort out the plumbing. I need to install the fenders, install the lights. Actually, I have installed the light, body loom, that loom, the lights and the alternator and things like that, which won't be running on the ECU. I need to sort out that engine loom, would be the ECU. So it comes in two pieces. It comes in an engine loom. I'll show you guys that as well. And then it comes in like, it's called a body loom that connected into the body loom of the Mark IV. And the room needs to sort it out. We sorted out the engine loom, or the engine part of the loom, but we need to still sort out the body loom part. I need to collect the ECU by Jamil because it was decoded. Mount ECU bracket, I definitely need to do that. Reinstall dash, gear knob, I need to put the gear knob back on. The previous one, I'm going to just use the same one. Spray bonnet, I would like to spray underneath the bonnet, just so that it matches the paint, the engine bay paint. The top of the bonnet will be sprayed when the car's sprayed, so I'm not touching that. I just feel like spraying, that's actually the reason why. Fuel pump, I need to get a fuel pump. I'm not sure if I'm getting one from Fury or if I'm getting a Caraval pump. I'll figure that out. Adjust gears. The gears is not going in as smooth as I would like it, so I need to adjust those gears. I need to test the coolant system after I do the plumbing. I need to make sure that it doesn't leak. I'm not sure if I can do that without it being, I need to start up for that. And then I need to weld a bung onto the CAT scan. I need to get an air filter, 76mm air filter. I'm thinking of getting a cane in, depending on my space. I need to get a CAT scan filter as well. I'm not running it back into the intake. I'm gonna vent it to the atmosphere. I need to take the car for alignment, and I need to adjust the coilies. It's a little all over the place. That's not exactly how we need to do it. And then right at the bottom, Wilderman, 24th of February. I need to get as much done. Mainly I need to get the wiring and the plumbing done before it goes to Wilderman, because that kind of gives us an idea as to the space we're playing with and where we want the intercooler piping to run and the inlet piping to run. One more thing, I need to install the intake as well. Yeah, then that's kind of it. It's not everything, but I will update the list as we go. So here I am, jacking the car up. I made a bit of a mess up. I'll show you guys shortly. Remember that oil leak? It was definitely a non-driving car oil leak due to human error. I'll show you guys shortly. Let me get this car in the air. That is definitely not the oil leak from old oil laying on the engine. This is new oil. That's the oil dripping there. Bolts on the gearbox, human error, used the wrong bolt here. And as you can see, well, it went right into the sump, aluminium sump, probably made a little bit of a crack. I don't want to carry on. I'm gonna drain the oil. The oil is kind of new, so I'm gonna drain it. I'm gonna send a small little bit of it away to a lab to have it tested to see what the engine was doing with the oil in, and possibly just put new amps oil in. So yeah, let me just drain this oil, take the sump off, and see if I can have it welded or if we need a new sump. Fingers crossed we don't need a new sump, guys. see? Can you see my finger? Close. It literally. Wow, Jason. It made a hole directly in the sump. I'm gonna clean it up. See, there is a little bit of sludge. I'm gonna clean it up. Throw the oil into a can, throw that into a can, and take it from there. Okay. So you can see the hole. You can see it from this side. I did clean it up. I'm not sure if we can weld it from this side or if we can weld it from this side. But what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go to the workshop and see, because I know Jamil collects cracked sumps, welds them up. I'm going to see if he maybe would swap me one that's cracked for one without the sensor, because I won't be using the sensor. So yeah, let's hope I can get that done, because it will just save me and the sensor will just be gone. It's just like closed there. So I'm going to do that. This one is as clean as I can get it. As you can see, I did clean all the carbon off. Yeah, there is a little bit of carbon which I need to clean. But let's just see what my options are before I make a final decision. As you saw in the previous clip, I did make a bit of a oopsie with a bolt. Jamil welded it up for me. It was just easy to go to Jamil because I was there. He did a very good job. Yeah, that's this side, so it shouldn't be leaking. I did give it a very good clean. I've also removed the pickup, the oil pickup, and I've cleaned that. I've made sure that it's 100%. So now it's just back to fitting this. I'm not going to film fitting it because it's literally the same as reverse. The only thing is there's no gasket on these sumps, so you just run a thin bead of silicone or gasket maker. I use Victor whatever. I use Victor. So I'm going to do that and then install it. I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Yeah, so here we are. I'm back on the floor. I have the sump back on. Let me show you guys quickly. Okay, so that would be the welded part over here. I did put a shorter bolt in so it doesn't happen again. I have my oil drain on. I need to fasten up my sump plug, which is tight, I don't know why. I'm going to fasten that up, and then I need to move on to the oil filter housing. I just need to tighten this nut up, and then the oil filter housing should be good to go. Let me do that. I'll catch you guys when I'm done. Okay, so ignore the spaghetti. We have officially laid the coolant pipes. It's not 100% what I would want it to be, but I think to get the car driving, it should be fine. So this is your top radiator hose. It runs. This is an actual Mark IV hose that I cut down. It runs and it goes into there. The neck is a little bit bigger than the pipe, but I got it over. And then we have this side running into the heater core inside, and then we have that. So the goal is to put this in between here somehow. I'm not sure how. Somehow I'll figure it out. And then we have the water bottle with the original line running there. And then we have the oil cooler, if you can see. Also the original line, just split and running, one into the metal pipe, that would be the feed, and then the return would be into the water neck. Then we have this line which would be running for the turbo feed, and then obviously the rear. This is definitely what I'm not happy with. Because of the bend, it's like kind of kinking the hose. But I just needed to see where we're at. Yeah, so I just needed to see what we will be running and where we will be running what. That was just the goal of that. It's just a mock-up. It's going to be coming out because we need to do wiring. That's the next step. We're running out of time, so the wiring literally needs to be done ASAP. We're almost there. I'll explain it when we do the wiring episode fully, but for now we will just concentrate on the cooling system. I am happy with where everything is laying. There's just one or two pipes, the rear radiator pipe. I'm going to take it off, take it away, go see a couple of people, see what space I have, if they maybe have a pipe that's going to work for me. For now it should work. That's cooling system mock-up done. It's not 100%, it's just a mock-up. But I'm going to start removing it, and then we will start doing other small things. Alright, I don't think I need to remove everything. We have enough space to work. The wiring room runs like this. So I'm going to leave the other hoses inside. Don't have to remove it and make my life difficult. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to align the gears. Pretty simple, very simple. I'll put a link up somewhere for the gears and the alignment. It's literally just cables. Lock the cable in place. Gears is aligned. They're going much easier than they did previously. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to install the intake. So this is actually why this fit was very important. Touching very close. I wanted to run this plate because I kind of wanted to run the cover, but there goes that idea. I'll have to cut this plate down, so let me just remove that quick. Okay, so intake is installed. Honestly, I don't know what to do next. There's so many things to do. The intake's back on. That gives us an idea. Intake fuel rail, that gives us an idea to where the wiring must run, because of the last plugs that needs to go in on the engine bay. It will just be the map sensor now and the Lambo, which, are we using it? I'm not sure. I need to Yes, we're using the secondary Lambo, not the primary Lambo. That was coded out in the Mark IV anyway. So I'm gonna move on to the next thing now. I think that would be something unrelated, but before I put this one fender on, I want to align the door. And then I'll align the fender to the door, if I'm making sense. But the door's not sitting, I'm not happy with the way it's sitting, so let me see if I can get the door's alignment correctly. I'm not gonna film it because it's very boring and I'm probably gonna be here for the hour. But yeah, catch you guys when I'm done installing the fender. It is fender on. Fender on. I'm not happy with this alignment. The door doesn't touch, but the gap is just not the same everywhere. Not happy with this either. It's not flush. I'm sure this I can bring out a bit. Yeah, I can move this out a bit. But the fender's on. The car looks like shit anyway, so it's not a show car. It's a race car. The height without the helpers, you just have to keep dropping it. It's a much different ball game with the helpers in. I got fenders on, cars lowered. I tightened the CV bolts, not the drive shaft bolts on the hubs, so the wheels is solid. This guys, I have to show you. It's a rough nut gun, and wow, this thing on a scale of 1 to 10, the thing's amazing. There isn't anything from it. It's like an 11. Scale of 1 to 10, it's an 11. I used it and I took my N75 valve. I wasn't sure where I was gonna mount it, so as you can see this side, I put a rough nut in there and this just bolted on. Instead of riveting it or doing this crazy things, bolted on. So 10 out of 10 for that. 10 out of 10 for that tool, definitely. I'm actually trying to find more places to use it because I'm so impressed with it. But yeah, so plumbing sorted, N75 valve sorted. I do still need to do this. Let's move over to the blackboard and tick a few things off. Blackboard time, ticking off time. We've done quite a bit. We've done quite a bit again. Like I said in the previous episode, it's small things. It's not a whole episode type of thing. It's more want to show you the progress and get things done. So we start off. We have reinstalled the sump. We have done plumbing mock-up. We have installed the fenders. We have adjusted the gears. So yeah, I'm not sure if you could see what I was doing, but it's literally in and out engine bay, in the car, gear lever type of job. Pretty basic, it wasn't that difficult. I'm glad it's done because the gears feel much more direct. Previously you had to like find it almost like a Mark 1, it's a Mark 1 but almost like a Mark 1's gears, and it's a cable shift, so I got the adjustment correctly. There's one thing I do want to show you guys before I call it. So we're back in the car, and that's the clutch pedal. It is, I wouldn't say tight. It's not like hard. It's kind of hard, but I think it takes a little higher than it took in the Mark IV. That's maybe because the pressure plate had no pressure. The springs was on its last. But this is good. It's holding pressure. It's holding the fluid. It's not leaking. If you check there, it's dry everywhere. Dry everywhere. I did find another grommet. So yeah, guys, that's it for this episode. You saw I did find another grommet for the clutch line. I'm happy with that as well. Small, tiny, little stones that you lay in everywhere to build a big castle type of thing. And I'm not gonna stop. I'm on a roll. I'm on a big roll, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. But that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, say hey, reach out. Saturday, I hope I saw some of you guys at J2's Dino Day. This video will release after it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one where we sort out wiring.